Hello, welcome back to Chapter Day. Happy Thursday. You know, I was thinking this morning, when last have I heard myself say Happy Thursday? It's maybe been a while. I realize that my recordings get done on certain days and then others not so much. But today's Thursday. Beautiful sunshine outside, nice weather. It feels like spring is in, but it's not yet. It's coming. So today I'm going to be reading Proverbs 24. I wish I could read two, but we'll see. Sometimes I'm finished with one and I realize, hey, I have space for another. I pray your week is going well. We are almost close to the end of it. It's going to be Friday. Tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, God's willing. But today is Thursday. So let's use the day as God has given it to us. And I pray that it's a blessing to you. Okay? Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. I know sometimes we see unscrupulous, immoral people seeming to get by, and they are happy, they don't care, they are just doing whatever they want to do, it seems, and no retribution. And we ask ourselves, what is wrong with this picture? I am trying to do God's will. I don't seem to be getting by. This or these people are just out of control with wickedness, and they seem to be getting by. But we don't see what's working in the background on our behalf and what's coming on their behalf. So we need to just be thankful that we know God, tell others about God, and do not be envious about the wicked ways that people perpetrate in this world, because there's nothing to be envious about in that. Okay? And I know sometimes I myself am tempted to say, God, hey, do I have to be like them in order to prosper? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, verse 2. For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy wall, and in multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person. The thought of foolishness is sin. Yikes. You know, sometimes we've heard sin doesn't take place until it happens. Even Jesus said, if a man looketh on a woman to lust takes place up here, he's already committed sin, adultery. So sometimes we can have some really awful things going on up here. Even though it doesn't come here to fruition, it still is happening. It's taking place here. And this is what it's saying. The thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain. If thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, doth not he that pondereth the heart consider it? And he that keepeth the soul, doth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? I'm going to say this. Some people say, I didn't know. And I tell you, sometimes I hear some adults say, I didn't know better. And I just want to be, I don't even want to say what I want to. Because even a child is known by his doings. Sometimes you are not taught something from the home, but there is something God built within us. Starting with our early ancestors, Adam and Eve, that when you do wrong, you feel it. Why did they run and hide? Something in us tells us, even a 2-year-old, you may not have told him or her not to touch something or not to go someplace, but they know something in them tells them, I shouldn't do this. So when they do it, they either hide or they look suspicious. I know, because I've been observing little people for a long time. But we know, we are adults, we know. Even a child knows. Okay, so when people want to start with, I don't know, I didn't know, nonsense, you didn't know you were doing wrong. Okay, fine. Verse 10, God knows that you know. Okay? If thou faint in the day of, did I read that already? If thou faint in the day of adversity, Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going down to verse 13. My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul when thou hast found it. Then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off. Lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. We have heard this time and time again. I know sometimes we are so upset with someone that we just wish the worst things on them. But you know what? And I know in my own heart, when I have seen or heard that person met adversity, it still hurt my heart, honestly. Because that's not how God wants us to be. As loving people, we are humans, trust me. Our choices is what makes us, puts differentiation between us. Not our skin color, not anything else. The choices we make. And that's why Satan has set up the world with all of these nonsense to set people apart. So he stays hidden, because he knows what he's perpetrating in each one of us, so we can turn against each other when he's the real enemy, the only enemy. So don't be happy when you see people going through bad experiences simply because you don't like them. That's not nice. Okay, lest the Lord sees in your heart and then turns away from them and causes you maybe to fall into adversity. I'm telling you, life is set up in such a way, what you give out, you will get back. What you sow, you will reap. Be careful. Verse 20, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. And I'll say this, sometimes in courtrooms, you have some crooked people who are in the high places, we know, that pervert justice. They take bribes, they have they have biases, they have all types of, well, we know that's not right. We know that's not right. Okay? You are in a place of judgment where you will put to be fair to people who come before you, not to be partial. Justice is blind, supposed to be. That blindfold must be transparent, because there's been a lot of injustices in this country, I know, that was called justice. Okay? We know that there is not a good thing. Okay. Verse 24, he that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse. Nation shall abhor him. But to them that rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. Every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. Prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. Please do not go out there and say that you saw something or you heard something, and your neighbor said nothing of the sort, or bearing false witness against someone simply because you do not like or favor that person. That's wrong. Verse 29, say not, I will do so to him as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. How many times have we done that? I know. God knows he has brought me a long way. From vindictiveness, yes, I want to get even. You did me wrong, I want to get you back. No. God says, you know what? Vengeance is mine. And we are not to try and take it into our own hands. You know, I have seen God deal with people based on things they have done to me. I can tell you. God is the only judge, should be. We are not to try and be judge, jury, and executioner. Don't do that. Let God do his work. Okay, verse 30. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof. And the stone wall thereof was broken down. Why do you think so? The slothful man is doing nothing. His time is being wasted, and his vineyard is going to perish. That's what they're saying. Don't be slothful. Verse 32. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man. Wow. Wow. Lots of good advice in that one proverb, chapter 24. Whew. Bless the Lord. Listen and learn, and let God take care of your business. And in the meantime, keep on listening, because that's how all faith comes and grows. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.